So good afternoon everyone. We are now here to report the Unit 6 entitled Continuous Improvement. So continuous improvement is the ongoing process of evaluating products, services, or processes to identify and implement small incremental changes that lead to better results, efficiency, and effectiveness over time. And it follows a cycle to identify, plan, execute, and review. They identify it is the opportunities in the process workflow. This is the starting point where you pinpoint areas within your existing processes that could be better. It's about recognizing inefficiencies, bottlenecks, pain points, and areas of waste. Is the plan. It is how the current process can be improved. So in plan, once you've identified the opportunity, you need to develop a plan for how to address it. This involves brainstorming potential solutions, evaluating their feasibility, and selecting the most promising approach. So the third one is the execute. It is to implement changes. So in execute, this is where you put your plan into action. It involves making the necessary changes to the process and monitoring the results. So the last one is review. It is how changes work for the team. So in review, after implementing the changes, it's essential to review their effectiveness. This involves analyzing the data, gathering feedback, and determining whether the changes have achieved the desired results. Now, let's move on to Kaizen. So Kaizen is derived from two words. So Kai means change or improvement, while Zen means good or better. The Kaizen philosophy emphasizes continuous, incremental improvements across all aspects of an organization. It involves everyone from top management to frontline workers actively seeking ways to improve processes, reduce waste, and enhance overall performance. The Japanese word Kaizen is derived from two words, Kai meaning change or improvement, and Zen meaning good or better, like what I've said earlier. So the Kaizen also emphasizes the collaborative effort across all levels of an organization, fostering teamwork through cross-functional teams, quality circles, and group problem-solving sessions. This approach maintains that the best improvements came from the closest to work, increasing workforce satisfaction. Next is the core elements of Kaizen. So the core elements of Kaizen, teamwork, personal discipline, improved morale, quality circles, and suggestions of improvement are designed to create a culture of continuous improvement within an organization. These elements work together to ensure that improvements are not just implemented but also sustained over time. Next is the Kaizen and the tourism and hospitality industry. So the Kaizen philosophy can be highly effective in tourism and hospitality industry, where customer experiences and operational efficiencies are critical. By fostering a culture of continuous improvement, hospitality businesses can enhance their processes, services, and overall customer experiences, leading to sustained success. So in simple terms, Kaizen helps hotels, restaurants, and other tourism-related businesses to constantly improve, which makes customers happier and the businesses more successful. Now let's move on to the areas for applying Kaizen in this industry. The first one is cultivating a culture of continuous improvement. It encourages employees at all levels to contribute ideas and feedback through regular training sessions, workshops, and brainstorming meetings. Next is the value stream mapping. It is to map out the entire customer journey to identify inefficiencies, bottlenecks, delays, or unnecessary processes. Next is standardizing processes. It develop and implement standardized processes for check-in, housekeeping, and food service to minimize errors and enhance efficiency. Next is continuous training and development. It is to invest ongoing training to ensure employees acquire new skill and stay updated with industry best practices. The last one is customer feedback and satisfaction. It regularly collects and analyzes customer feedback through surveys and online reviews to identify areas for improvement and promptly address issues.
The Six Sigma. The Six Sigma is a data-driven methodology aimed to improving the quality and efficiency of processes by identifying and reducing defects, errors, and variation. It focuses on achieving measurable and sustainable results through a structured problem-solving framework. A Six Sigma is a method that uses data to improve the quality and the efficiency of processes by reducing errors and defects. It focuses on understanding customer needs, making decisions based on data. Core principles of Six Sigma. Customer focus. Understanding and meeting customer needs is essential. Data-driven decisions. Decisions are made based on measurable results and evidence. Continuous improvement. Strive for ongoing incremental improvements. Employee empowerment. Encourage employees to propose and identifying improvements. Process optimization. Streamline processes to eliminate waste and increase efficiency. Six Sigma projects use the DMAIC methodology. Define project's goals, customer requirements, and project scope. The define is the problem and objectives clearly. Measure. Gather data to measure the current performance of the process, identifying key metrics. Measure is the current state with relevant data. Analyze. Analyze the data to identify the root causes of defects and efficiencies. Analyze is the data to find root causes of problems. Improve. Develop and implement solutions to address the root causes and improve the process. Improve is the process by implementing solutions. Control. Control establish control mechanism to ensure the improve. Control is the process to maintain gains over time.
Lean methodologies. The lean methodologies focus on maximizing value and minimizing waste in project execution. Originating from the Toyota production system, lean principles aim to deliver projects with fewer defects, reduced lean times, and increased customer satisfaction. For minimize value, it is focused on delivering what the customer truly needs and values. Eliminate features, processes, or efforts that don't contribute to the end product's value. And for the minimizing is identify and eliminate any activity or reduce that doesn't add value. It is include the defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized talent, transportation, inventory, motion, and extra processing. So there are 4 core principles of lean project management. First is identifying and eliminating waste. Focus eliminating the 8 types of waste: defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized talent, transportation, inventory, motion, and extra processing. In a software development projects, developers spend time writing code that it never used extra processing. By identifying and removing this unnecessary task, the team can focus on delivering valuable features more efficiently. So, there are the 8 wastes of downtime. Lean methodologies identify 8 types of waste that hinder efficiency and value creation. So, first is the defects. Errors that require rework or scrap. For example, a manufacturing company produces 1,000 units, but 50 have to be discarded due to flaws. Next is overproduction, producing more than needed or before it's needed. For example, a baker makes 200 loaves of bread daily, but only sells 150, leading to 50 loaves being wasted. Next is waiting. Time spent waiting for materials, information, or processes. For example, an employee waits for 30 minutes for a critical report to be generated before they can continue their work. Next is the non-utilized talent. Underutilizing employees' skills and knowledge. For example, a software engineer is assigned data entry tasks instead of coding, which is their area or expertise. Next is transportation. Unnecessary movement of materials or information. Example, moving raw materials from one warehouse to another before processing, instead of directly to the production line. Next is inventory. Excess inventory that ties up capital and resources. Retail store stocks up on seasonal items for in advance, leading to storage costs and potential obsolescences. Next is motion. Unnecessary movement of people or equipment. Example, a worker constantly walks back and forth to retrieve tools because their workstation is poorly organized. Last is the extra processing. Performing unnecessary steps or processes. Example, generating redundant reports that no one uses or requires. So there are benefits of lean methodologies. First is reduced waste. Eliminating non-value added activities lowers costs and improves efficiency. Example, a hospital implements a system to reduce the time patients waits for appointments, cutting down on wasted time and resources. Next is improve efficiency. Streamline processes reduce lead times and increase productivity. Example, a software company uses agile methodologies to shorten development cycles and deliver updates more quickly. Third is enhanced quality. Focusing on value creation reduces defects and improve product quality. Example, an automotive manufacturer implements quality control checks at each stage of production, resulting in fewer defective vehicles. Fourth is increased customer satisfaction. Meeting customer needs and expectations lead to higher satisfaction. Example, a restaurant personalized its menu based on customer feedback, leading to higher customer ratings and repeat business. And last, better resource utilization. Optimizing resource allocation improves overall efficiency. Example, a construction company uses project management software to allocate resources effectively, ensuring projects are completed on time and within budget. Measurement and evaluation. The measurement and evaluation is to track progress and evaluate the effectiveness of improvement initiatives. It is essential to develop relevant metrics and key performance indicators. These metrics should be aligned with the goals of the improvement initiatives and provide the insights into key areas such as efficiency, quality, customer satisfaction, and cost savings. So there are 6 steps in developing metrics. First is define goals. Clearly define the objectives of the improvement initiatives. For example, a retail store wants to increase sales by 50% in the next quarter. Second is identify KPIs. Select KPIs that align with the goals and provide measurement insight. Example, the retail store chooses average transaction value and number of transactions as KPIs to track sales performance. Third is set targets. Establish target values for each KPI to measure progress. Example, the store sets a target to increase the average transaction value by 50% and the number of transactions by 10%. 4 is collect data. Gather relevant data to track the KPIs over time. Example, the store collects transaction data daily to monitor the average transaction value and number of transactions. Fifth is the analyze results. Analyze the data to assess progress and identify areas of improvement. Example, the store analyzes the data and find the average transaction value increased by only 2%, but the number of transactions increased by 12%. Last is take action. Implement corrective actions based on the analysis to drive further improvements. Example, the store implements a marketing campaign to promote higher value items and increase the average transaction value. So there are 5 metrics for measuring success. First is customer satisfaction. Measure customer satisfaction through surveys, feedback forms, and online reviews. For example, a hotel tracks customer satisfaction using online surveys, aiming for average rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars. Next is defect rate. Track the number of defects or errors in a process to measure quality. For example, a software company monitors the number of bugs reported per release, aiming or defect rate of less than 1%. Third is cycle time. Measure the time it takes for a process to completed from start to finish to assess efficiency. Example, a fast food restaurant measures the time it takes to serve a customer from order to delivery, aiming for a cycle time of under 3 minutes. 4 is cost savings. Measure the amount of money saved as a result of process improvements to assess financial impact. Example, a manufacturing plant implements energy efficient equipment, resulting in a 20% reduction in energy costs. Last is overall equipment effectiveness. Assess the effectiveness of equipment utilization by considering availability, performance, and quality. Example, a bottling plant monitors the OEE of its failing machines, aiming for an OEE scores by 85% or higher.